section. Statman's back in the building. What you saying, bro?
I'm good. What are you saying?
Yeah, all right. International break is dead, bro.
Absolute ball face. Like, there's literally nothing going on. Like, you got the Nations League starting today as well. That's useless. Just get it over with.
No, what comments already, man, saying that Bruno needs to go, ruining the club and that. What's this for? Are they talking about the leaks that's coming out from Oli? That they reckon that is, I reckon it is Bruno, to be fair. That's leaking all this stuff, but I don't have a problem with it, you know.
Bruno wants Oli out. You can't blame him.
Yeah, he definitely wants Oli out. I think it's Bruno leaking the stuff, you know, because before Bruno came, there weren't leaks like this, you know. And then he got pulled off at half time. And they're saying that Bruno fell out with Matic and Maguire and that, and he got pulled off. He probably fell out with Oli as well. He probably said something to the manager, innit, and got pulled off.
But even then, you can't blame Bruno. Like, 6-1 defeat. What was it, like 4-1 at half time? At least he showed some fight in the dressing room. Because, like, look at Maguire. Like, you saw Maguire for that, what was it, Martial red card, just standing there accepting it.
Yeah. Hands on his hips, and then people done the side-by-side with Roy Keane and stuff. Yeah. And it's just like, bro, like any captain, like I've seen Jesse Lingard put up more of a fight, yeah, against guys twice his size. And Maguire's just standing there with his hands on his hips saying, oh, yeah, like what the fuck is all that? Do you know what I mean? That's not a captain.
Forget that. You saw Andrews Pereira last against Man City when he came on, when he had a go at Sterling.
Yeah, this shithousery, just kicking people. Do you know what I mean? Like, bruv, like, you need to lead by example, or you have to just have undoubted ability in it as a captain. You can't have neither, and that's what Harry Maguire's got at the moment. He doesn't have the presence, personality-wise. Also, he don't have the ability as a footballer. So when you look at him, Oli truly fucked up giving him the armband, didn't it? And I think Patrice Evra put it perfectly. You don't bring in an outsider into the group and give them the armband, bruv. It automatically will upset people. Like, it sends the wrong kind of message in the changing room, and he would have definitely lost some people in the changing room just by doing that. And then Maguire hasn't done himself any favors by the low level of performance that he's been putting out pretty much since he's come. A lot of people have said, United improved defensively, clean sheets and that, but as we pointed out, bro, United were playing the 5 at the back for a lot of the time.
I think Paul Merson literally hit the nail on the head at the start of the season. He said with Maguire, it was like, if he's playing in a back three, it's because he's not good enough. And now at Leicester, who's playing in a low block, sitting like literally in their box, heading balls away. It's easy to do that as a defender. Now he's playing on the halfway line. We're seeing how much he's struggling. And yes, that's obviously to do with Lindelof and Maguire not complementing each other. But Maguire literally just hasn't helped us at all.
Yeah, he hasn't, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And it's been worrying that Lindelof, who's been a scapegoat for so many people, is actually often putting up better numbers than him now, which is scary, innit? Because it's starting to show you how average Harry Maguire actually is, man. And it's no surprise that Bruno's sticking it all over him. It's no surprise because Bruno's that kind of guy. The thing is, the way Bruno plays, I'm not a massive fan of it. However, I can't question the guy's attitude. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, he's got the attitude of a Manchester United player. He's got the attitude of a winner. And the thing is, I see Bruno criticizing people, but it's always the right people. Do you know what I mean? All the people I see Bruno onto, it's the shit guys. Like in pre-season when McTominay was taking the pictures and he was like, yeah, don't forget to play football and that. Like, Bruno knows who's shit in it. So he's like, yeah, why you doing all your fucking sit-ups, yeah? Make sure that you're kicking a ball, bruv. No one cares about all that. Do you know what I'm saying? And Bruno's got the right mentality. I've seen him stick it on Dan James. I've seen it stick him on the right people. Stick it on Matic. Stick it on... Who was it? Who was he arguing with in the box that time? Was it Lindelof or something?
Yeah, I think it was against Sevilla or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Bruno knows who to get on. Do you know what I'm saying? That's one thing about Bruno, bruv. He knows who's not good enough. He knows, innit? So when all these leaks are coming out in the press, Bruno and Donny van der Beek, it has to be both of them or one of them. Van der Beek's agent's been coming out, sticking it all over Oli as well. And it's the two new guys. So clearly they're the moles, innit? Because before them two came in, nothing was happening. So now I think it's very very clear that these two they're not feeling Oli at all, bruv. And if you're Donny, who's coming from Ajax, and man are bringing you on in the 92nd minute when you're getting pammed and stuff like that, bro, you can't be happy.
And another thing is with the Maguire thing, what happened in Greece? Arrested, found guilty. That's going to have an effect on the changing room. That your captain be found guilty.
Yeah, absolutely.
And still be captain.
Yeah, there you go. If that was any other player, you would like to think, yeah, that they'll be dropped.
Even I know it's England, but like look at Maguire. He got dropped for England. He's straight back in. Mason Greenwood got dropped. Still not in it.
There you go. And that's what I'm saying. That don't make no sense, innit?
There literally has to be some sort of consistency that everyone goes around, but it's just nothing. And that's not just Manchester United. That's just football in general.
Very true. Very true. And I think, like I said during the game, when it happened, when Bruno gave away that penalty, that was classic frustration from Bruno Fernandes. Like Bruno Fernandes, as we know from doing our stat shows, spends most of his game here playing as a fucking second striker to Martial. How the hell he found himself in our box to even give a penalty away tells you that he just completely lost his head, bro.
And you can't blame him. Like right now, shocking. All our, was it been 3 games this season? We haven't played good at all.
Yeah, we haven't. You know what I'm saying? My man's saying Cavani and Tellers are the biggest panic buys he's ever seen, bro. What do you make of those signings? Would you say that they're definitely panic buys?
Cavani, yes. What did I say the other day? He's 33-year-old. Okay, like age is not everything, but he's been injured. He's missed 38 games with injury in the last 2 seasons. And Oli, I'm not saying this is an Oli signing, but Oli complains that the players haven't had a pre-season and stuff. You sign Edison Cavani, who hasn't played in 7 months, and you expect him to be fit. I know he's out for the Newcastle game, but you expect him to be fit for the Newcastle game. And it's just, I don't know what's the point of the signing. Like, we didn't need a striker, but we got him. You kind of have to back him now, innit?
But Oli keeps talking about strikers. And again, it tells me that Oli doesn't know football, because there was a chart that I actually put up on Twitter, and Manchester United, I think, are either second from bottom or third from bottom for chances created from open play in the Premier League. But then everyone's blaming lack of striking. Bruv, it's got nothing to do with lack of striking. We're not creating chances, bro.
And the problem with Cavani, I think last season in the league, he scored 4 goals and he missed 16 big chances in like 602 minutes. That's a big chance missed every 38, I think it is. So that shows he needs chances to score goals. We don't create anything. We don't even create enough for our striker right now in Martial. So that's why, like, okay, there was a day or 2 left of this transfer window. He still doesn't help us. Like, for me, like, I know the transfer window is still open for like championship players. Buendia from Norwich. He's one of the best creators in the Premier League. I think he was 3rd in most creative stats behind Jack Grealish and Kevin De Bruyne. He'll be available for 20 mil. He can play on the right. Go get him.
Facts.
And then you actually see Cavani improve, because he's actually going to have more creativity alongside him.
Bruv, look, here's the numbers here. Yeah, it says non-penalty big chances created. Yeah, Premier League 2020-2021. Yeah, Everton 11, Tottenham 10. These are non-penalty chances. Aston Villa 9, Arsenal, Liverpool, West Ham on 7, Brighton, Leicester, Wolves on 5, Leeds, Southampton on 4, Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Man City, Newcastle, Sheffield United on 3, Manchester United on 2. 2 big chances created, bro. 2 big chances created. What, in 3 games? Only Fulham, West Brom, and Burnley have created less chances than us. And those are probably the 3 teams you would back to get relegated.
But to be fair, we have played 1 game less, but it's still shocking.
Even though we've played 1 game less, we're Manchester United, my guy. Do you see what I'm saying? So when you start looking at that, that says all you need to know.
And especially like the teams that we're playing, like the first game against Palace, they're going to play a low block. You're going to get chances. Second game, Brighton press, they open, expansive football. There's going to be spacing behind. Like Tottenham, okay, it's a different story. You might create 1 or 2 chances a game or something. Not big chances, but like in general. So it's kind of like easy games and we're still not creating.
This is it. And that's a problem. And that tells you that the system is the real problem. It's not the players. It never was the players. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how, if that develops, because Cavani is definitely a striker that's very much reliant on service. He's not going to do what Martial does and outperform his XG like flipping season on season. He's not going to do that. Cavani's not going to pick up the ball on the left flank here, beat 2 players and whip it off the underside of the bar. He's just not going to do that.
But one thing I would say about Cavani's movement is very good. And we've seen at times people criticize Martial's movement in the box. We've seen people criticize Mason's movement sometimes. So in terms of actually helping our younger players and Martial, this will help them, kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You, man, make sure you slap the likes. Let's get these likes up. And where is it? Yeah, and that's it. And definitely go follow Statman on Insta as well. You lot already know the thing. Instagram and Twitter at StatmanBains. So yeah, starting with Cavani, just get these numbers going, bro, because it's like it's a mad one. Cavani's one of them players where he's kind of been a household name, yeah, for a while, but he's never really been like the top notch. Do you know what I mean? He's always been that tier below, innit? Like there's always been question marks in him throughout his whole career, and it's like United signing him came out of nowhere effectively.
And that's because of the number of big chances he's missed. And the thing is, with Cavani, people forget this guy's been offered to every single big club in Europe, and we're the only ones stupid enough to buy him on his wage, £10 million agent fees. This signing just baffles me in terms of what else we could have done, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's an absolute joke, brother. When you're looking at it, yeah, like which one was this? That's 18-19, yeah. He got 18 goals. You know what I'm saying? And then 19-20, my brother got 4 goals, cuz. His XG was 9.3.
That's because he missed 22 games with injury last year, and obviously the PSG league the French league was cut shorter, kind of thing. Yeah. But still, 16 big chances, 602 minutes. That's literally not good enough for anyone. Like, you expect Igalo to do better.
That's what I'm saying, but that worries me. When man are almost underperforming the XG by like 50%, it's a bit of a mad thing because 4 goals in the league's dead, bro. But when man's expected goals is 9, bro, man stays missing sitters, you know. And I've never been a massive fan of Cavani's, and I remember like their game against Arsenal, PSG's a few years ago, and I saw Cavani miss about 5 clear-cut opportunities in one game. And from then, that kind of cemented it for me. That told me that he's just not levels. Do you know what I mean? He's not levels.
And one of the goals he scored was also a penalty as well.
You see what I'm saying? Absolute joke, bruv. So Cavani, if I'm honest, I'm not excited by the prospect of Cavani. Giving him the number 7 shirt again proved to me that the club's not serious. No, I mean
that was literally just to sell shirts. That was all it was.
And it didn't work. Because no one's buying it.
You're seeing the women's players outsell United in terms of shirts. When does that ever happen? Never.
It never happens, innit? So that tells me that nobody really cares, bro. Like nobody really cares about this Cavani signing. It was literally just to appease the fans. It hasn't appeased the fans. So it'll be very interesting to see what this does, what this means for Martial, what this means for Rashford. I think that it probably means that he gets pushed. Martial has to get pushed to the left more than likely. Do you know what I'm saying?
I still don't see Cavani starting at all. I still think he has to be a bench player for me because he's not better than Martial. He's not better than I don't really see Oli playing Martial back on the left and Cavani up front, and obviously Greenwood has to stay on the right.
But then the thing is, I look at the team and I'm like, bro, like as I said, Rashford's better than Daniel James. He is. Yeah. So why is he not a viable option for the right side? Because Mason shouldn't be starting week in, week out on the right-hand side. That's why I don't think we should have given him the 11 as well. I thought giving Mason the number 11 shirt, again, shirt sells. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's all it was. We're a business, not a football club. Keep saying
it didn't make sense. They just want people to buy more shirts because they probably said, you know what, Mason's a young kid, Manchester born and bred. People are going to want to buy his shirt. Let's change the number, similar to what they done with Zlatan. You know what I mean? Change his shirt number when he stayed for the extra season. It's a load of bollocks, bro.
Yeah. For like, that's what you expect with Manchester United these days. Like, we're literally run by a bunch of bankers at the top, a bunch of clowns buying our players in like Ed Woodward and stuff. So what can you expect?
It's true. And we're getting all this stuff, more stuff in here about Bruno Fernandes. It's been embarrassed. I'm fuming when I knew the party. But of course, Bruno's a winner. That's one thing. You know what I mean? That's one thing I can't dispute. And the thing is, when he plays for Portugal, you can see that he's a lot more efficient when he's playing for Portugal because the role that he plays, he knows he has to be, bruv.
All right, that comment right there from Ahmed, he just said Tellez is going to go from playing for Neymar to Dan James. He's going to be in for a shock as well.
Oh, yeah. Tellez is done out here, bruv. I'm telling you, he's going to be stressed, innit? Like, hopefully, though, if he's playing on the left with Rashford, he could bring the best out of Marcus Rashford because Marcus Rashford's been shit for a minute. But also, I think that Rashford's ability to go past players is overrated, isn't it? He's not Anthony Martial. He's not. He needs space. And I think that Teller's overlapping down the outside is going to give Rashford a lot of space to maybe get inside and get the ball onto his stronger foot like what he wants to do and get shots off. Do you know what I mean? Because he's not good in tight spaces like Martial. Like he shows little moments of brilliance. Like people see the odd like flip flap here and there and whatever, and people think that Marcus Rashford's Neymar, like, and he just goes past players. Like he doesn't.
I think
he needs space to run into.
Yeah, when there's space to run into, he's one of the most like frightening players in the world. Not in the world, in the Premier League. Let me get that straight. But like we're seeing teams play a low block, especially with Bruno coming in, Pogba. We do have the creativity to kind of break teams down, but still, teams are not gonna like risk giving us space because we've seen it on the counter attack. We're one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah. Unreal on the counter.
Exactly. Like City last year, how good were we? And especially in the first 30 minutes at the Etihad, we were that was one of the best like spells I've ever seen United play.
United from deep on the counter and Rashford running towards the opposition goal into space. And I think Tellers gives you that because he will hold the width, he will overlap, and he will give the defenders the decision to make. Do I go with him and risk him getting slid in, or do I stay with Rashford on the ball? Do you know what I mean? And all Rashford needs is half a yard to get the ball out of his feet and get a shot off in it because he loves it. You know he's not going to cut inside and pass or even cross. He's always looking for that shot. So I think having similar to the joy that Memphis had when before Luke Shaw got injured, I think that Rashford could have similar joy down that left-hand side with Tellers there.
And another benefit of Tellers is he's very good at crossing the ball. So Cavani's very good in the air. So that will help Cavani get more goals and stuff. Because let's be honest, Luke Shaw's not really going to put brilliant balls in for Cavani, is he?
No, not at all. He very rarely goes down the outside and puts crosses in. So it'll be good to see another dimension added to Manchester United's game. Donny van der Beek saying surely he regrets the United move. He has to. He has to be regretting this right now, bro. Like, what player in their right mind? Because don't get it twisted. He's a very, very, very top class number 10. And this guy's being wasted. This Man United team's not good enough for him not to be in it.
Right now, I still think Donny van der Beek should be playing. I think in the long term, I still don't think he's a starter yet. I still think Pogba, Bruno and Fred is our main midfield three. But right now, we see in Pogba, he's not playing good enough.
Yeah.
And this is why he brought Donny in. Play him.
Facts. Absolute facts, bro. Man saying thoughts on Pogba comments about Real Madrid. I think that was always going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, Pogba ain't been having a good time. Ain't been having a good time of late. And, bruv, it just is what it is, isn't it? The club haven't really done him any favors. You know what I'm saying? The team's playing shit. I think that he's a bit disillusioned with how he's been used at the club, and rightly so. Do you know what I mean? Like a club, not even a club, a team like Manchester United, they don't deserve a player like Pogba. And if they have a player like Pogba, you have to be using him to his strengths. Like what they're doing to Pogba is criminal, isn't it? Like having him playing as the deepest midfielder. It's criminal, bruv. Do you know what I mean? He plays for France in almost a star-studded team, and they don't do him like that. Do you know what I mean?
And we saw with France the other day when he played a bit further forward in the second half, when he came on, he created 3 chances in 30 minutes. Like this guy is dangerous going forward. I still probably best for all parties to let Pogba go now. He's 27, I think it is. We're not going to use him well at all. Real will probably benefit from him. I think Luka Modric is 35 right now, so they're kind of going to be changing over the guard. And I think Pogba's experience for the younger players will help because look at Real's business. They're buying a lot of youth. Like the amount of players they bought from Brazil, 17, 18-year-olds, they're going to be coming through. Pogba, World Cup winner. And you saw how well he led that France team in the World Cup as well. The speeches that he gave in the changing room. It's probably going to be it's probably time that Pogba does move on.
Facts. Do you know what I mean? And the comments didn't surprise me, bro. I think it's the right time. And also, if United are going to be doing their bullshit, then he's better off just running down his contract.
And I think we've let Pogba down massively this summer. I think at the start of the summer, it looked like he will sign a new contract. I think, was it Raiola came out with some comments kind of alluding to that. But then, what have we done in the transfer window? We're going to sign Edison Cavani at 33-year-old. We're going to sign Donny van der Beek, who, let's be honest, is a squad player. Telles, a very good signing. and then we signed an 18-year-old that's played 24 minutes in Serie A, and that Facundo Pelsu guy that's got 1 goal in his last 25 games or something. This is literally Dan James Part 2. And I think I saw something where it was like, this is a Diego Forlan recommendation. So it's kind of like, we know what happened with our last recommendation from Ryan Giggs in Dan James. So hopefully it doesn't repeat itself.
It was horrible. I hear that. Oh, big up everyone watching. Got 1,000 people in here. My man just said he just got my kit as well. As you man can see in the bottom right-hand corner, the merch is out. My kit's out. The league starts on Sunday. Tomorrow, actually. First league game of the season. So I'm going to have match highlights on here. And also, well, we've got match highlights. There'll be like a match of the day kind of thing, highlight thing with not just my team, but all the other teams' games. But also, I'm going to try and get my full game like highlights voiced over in there. I'll probably do the voiceover, or I'll get my brother to do it. One or the other in it, so you lot can watch the games and that. So the first game's tomorrow. You can buy the merchandise. You can buy the kit. The kit's in the description below. We do ship internationally. Do you know what I'm saying? And we've got training gear. We've got bobble hats. We got everything. So check the link out in the description, bruv. And it's not £100 like the shit United top either. You know the ones that they might trying to rip you off.
You better get ready. If you lose that game tomorrow, all you're gonna Rants comments are gonna be here.
Nah, bro. Listen, I'm a top manager, bruv. I got top players as well, so it's fine. It's a long season, you know them ones. My boys are gonna win the league. Trust me, we're gonna win the league, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I'm ready. So big up. You man get to watch all the games anyway. You know what I mean? You get to watch the games. When you see my boys playing that champagne football, yeah, you're gonna know what time it is, bruv. I'm telling you.
All I'm saying, if you don't win the league, the comments are gonna be onto you.
We're winning the league, fam, and then I'm coming for Ollie blood. You know what I'm saying? If he's not already been sacked by then, you know them ones there. But I think he will be. I think Ollie will be sacked in November.
But even then, I saw the reports that Ollie, I think it was on deadline day, about we're getting ready for Pochettino, and Ollie got on social that 5 games to save your job. Yeah. If he does have 5 games to save his job, why give him? Why have him as manager right now if you're not going to back him in the transfer window?
You know why? Because if you look at the running, though, to be honest, you don't bring in Pochettino when he's got to play Leipzig, PSG, Everton,
Chelsea, Arsenal.
You don't bring him in then. You bring him in after, when he's got a clear run. Do you know what I mean? After Ollie's been battered. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's when you bring him in. You don't bring in Poch then. Do you know what I mean? Like, we did it before with the Ollie as well. With Mourinho was there. Let Mourinho take all the punching and then gave Ollie the nice easy run of 5 games to come into. Do you know what I mean? We started pamming teams.
Yeah, but even then, I'm not on about that run here, but like at the start of the season, transfer window, you didn't back Ollie. You clearly don't have enough faith in Ollie. Why have him as manager? What's the point of having a manager that you're not going to back?
In all honesty, yeah, I think that Ollie was a stopgap, innit? There's a reason why they gave him a short contract, and it's one of them ones where they knew it'd be easy to get rid of him. I think that Poch was always who Woodward wanted, and he made no secret of the fact he liked him. If we remember, last season when Pochettino was still at Tottenham, there were loads of United rumours about him, and he didn't shut them down.
I think my only question mark with Poch is kind of like, he went 18 months without having a signing at Tottenham, and he didn't complain, let's be honest.
No, but he did though. Remember, he came out and he said, right, don't call me the manager now. Call me the head coach. I don't make the decisions. Don't ask
but still, like, it's still not major calling out, like going at the ball at Daniel Levy. At United, it's kind of, it could be a Glazer puppet. Hopefully not, but this is kind of what the Glazers, Edward would want. Because right now, Poch is going to be a coach. He's going to improve our players. But at the same time, how much say is he going to have above him, kind of thing?
No, absolutely. But I do think that he will absolutely, he will be backed, innit? He will be backed. Every Man United manager is backed in the first window, innit? It's just that they just do shit, bruv. Like, honestly, like, first window, United probably average about 4 signings. So
even then, last summer, I don't really think Ollie was back. What did we sign? Wan-Bissaka, Harry Maguire, and Dan James.
But he was backed financially. He was backed financially in the sense that he spent 85 million on a fucking fridge, yeah, that he didn't need to. He spent 50 million on a Wan-Bissaka, who we almost forget how young he is. He was young and unproven, and we spent 50 million on him from Crystal Palace. We could have got a player as good as him, yeah, for probably half the price with more experience, bro. So we literally spent £50 million on an unproven young English right back. And we spent 85 million on who's the club captain now that's done nothing in the game. So actually, when you look at it financially, United took big risks signing these players, and they blatantly done it because Oli wanted them.
Yeah, I still like, for me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did get his first choice signings in terms of Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire, but we need to remember he also sold Lukaku for 70 something mil. So the net spend still went down to like 70-60 million pound.
It did. Lukaku wanted to leave, innit?
Yeah.
But he should have been replaced.
Yeah, and we saw that we replaced him in January with Igalo.
That was a joke. That was an absolute joke, the Igalo, and it was Josh King linked. But and again, that was Ollie's choice. Josh King, man.
But Josh King was definitely Ollie's choice. Like he had the Norwegian links. I think Ollie and Josh King have the same agents, and I think I read an article once that they got some dodgy business going around with that as well. So it's kind of like United, just a joke.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I heard. Still, the same agent, all these other things. And these men are just backhanders FC, bruv. You know the one. So I don't know, but soon Ollie will be out of here. I don't see how he survives them 5 games, to be honest.
But we do see Ollie park the bus in big games just somehow on the counter-attack with deadly. So you never know with United.
I just think the confidence in our defence now is not going to allow United to get away with it now.
But I think with the signing of Telles, I think in the bigger games right now, I think we will play back 5. Telles at wing back and Luke Shaw coming in at left centre back.
Which would work.
To an extent, because we still got Wan-Bissaka on the other side. He's not great going forward.
Yeah. That's it, bruv. Telles, let's get them numbers up, because him and Bruno are going to be fighting over pens by the looks of it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's a mad thing, innit? Like, we've gone from him and then we got Rashford. We got like 3 penalty takers at the club now. Do you know what I mean? His stats are mad. That I mean, like in terms of left back stats, I haven't really seen stats like that in who's the last left back you remember that had flipping stats like that?
You could argue in terms of like goal contributions, Robertson kind of has that right now, but not to that Telles level. I think Telles just reminds me of Robertson. Like in terms of actual dribbles complete, he doesn't complete that many dribbles. Now there's Trent. In terms of crosses in, it's brilliant from Trent and Telles. It's kind of like we kind of got the left-hand side version of Trent.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like he excites me, innit? And the reason why he excites me is because of his age as well. It's not going to be one of these players where he comes in and you're like, oh, all right, man just needs like a few games to settle. Like he's an experienced footballer at this point. Do you know what I'm saying? Like he's at the right age. He's not a young man. And he's just going to come in, and you would think he'll come in and hit the ground running. And I think that the link-up play with Rashford, with Martial, who likes to drift out to the left, with Pogba that likes to drift out to the left, I think that it could just be nice, innit? With the right manager in charge, I genuinely believe, and we're getting heavily linked with Poch. He's definitely a Pochettino kind of player.
I think someone just said there, but Telles is old, 27. But you do have to realise that we do have a very young squad. I think the average age is something like 25. So we do need a bit of experience. It can't all be about youth.
Bruv, and also 27 is not old, bruv. How's 27 old?
I think he turns 28 in December, I think it is.
That's not old at all. Like that's absolutely not old. 27 years old is young. Do you know what I'm saying? That's coming into your prime.
And especially when most of your career you've been playing in a Portuguese league. It's not really a physical league like the Premier League, so your body shouldn't really be feeling the effects of it already, kind of thing.
Exactly. Right, this is funny, blood. Man said Bermuda Triangle football. You're not lying, fam. You know, like that. Nothing good happens, bruv, when Ollie's in charge, fam. I'm telling you, the man them just go missing. It's a madness. Bermuda Triangle, blood. Hey, listen, nah, bro. Man's got the sauce. I'm telling you. It's drippy, blood. I'm telling you. I told the man to hook me up with one of them big jackets as well. Man, need a Wenger coats, blood. It's cold.
Well, I'm saying like we'll be the judge of that if it's like actually good football from you.
My team bot, blood. I'm telling you. Don't worry.
We'll see. Because you know, with that first defeat, you're getting it in the comments.
Bro, but that's fine though. You know them ones there. Like, hopefully that day never comes, innit? You know them ones. There's only 8 teams in the league, so we got 16 games. There's no reason why my team can't go undefeated. If we lose, do you know what I'm saying? Like, bruv, it is what it is. But I'll be very surprised, innit? I'm telling you.
All I'm saying, that's going to get clipped straight away. You just said you could go unbeaten.
We could go unbeaten. Like genuinely,
Hey,
I have faith in my boys. I said we
hey,
could. You know what I'm saying? I
everyone
never
clip
said
this
we
right
are
now.
going to. You can
Clip
clip
this
it.
right now.
You can clip it. I said we could go unbeaten. Man never said that man are gonna go unbeaten all season, bro. It's no big talk, bro. I have faith in my boys, innit? I have faith in my boys. I have faith in my squad. I've got a 28-man squad. I'm only allowed to name 16 players, yeah, on match day. So at the moment, it's been a situation where like I've got a few players with little niggles, and I've told them sit this one out this week, boys, because you get me. It's fine. We got a big squad, so I'm confident, even with me having to pick 16 players, bro, and having to upset a few man. Yeah, I'm very happy with my squad. I can't lie, man. I got some talented players. I'm looking forward to seeing you, man, as well. You, man, see some of these guys that I've got. Some bloody good teams, bro. Good players. You get me?
Someone said you're gonna be parking the bus.
Bro, no bus, bro. I play a
You got the social
4-3-3,
football.
bro. 4-3-3. And in my 4-3-3, I play three strikers. You know, bro. 4-3-3 strikers, bro. You know what I'm saying? I've got my guy Mbappe, yeah. He's good. When you man see my guy Mbappe, blood, get me. Man's got a little Messi. Man's got Hazard. I got flair ballers, you know. Come on now. You man will see anyway. You man will see. You know, like that. So I'm looking forward to you lot seeing it as well, bro. Hopefully I can get my brother to do the voiceover because he's a fool, man.
He says 4-3-3. He's gonna have a bank of 4, a 3 protecting that, and the 2 wide players are gonna be coming back.
You're mad. Man plays 1 DM, bruv. I got the dog, boy. I got 1 DM, yeah. You get me? And then man just got silky ballers. I'm telling you. You man are gonna see. There's no parking of any buses, bro. I'm telling you. And Big Al's back. My guy Arian that played up front in the Blood Brothers, he's back as well, bro. So man's got the Iranian bulldozer up front, blood. So you man are gonna see. You know what I'm saying? There'll be none of this bus parking. I'm telling you, bruv.
He's gonna have him up front holding the ball up when everyone's behind him.
Nah, bro. Man's are gonna see
mad
overlaps. You're crazy, blood. You man are gonna see. You man are gonna see, bro. Take man for Ollie and that. Nah. We don't do them things here. You know what I'm saying? So you man will see. I'm looking forward to you man seeing the footage.
I'm seeing people in the comments say if Rants loses, Ollie in.
Bruv, nah, Ollie's never in regardless. You know, like that. Never in regardless, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you're in the London area and you want to come down to the game, you get me, man. I'll put the address on my Instagram story anyway, so make sure you follow that. You lot slap the like, 1.1k watching. Do you know what I mean? And obviously, if you want to get your kits, they're going to be in the description now. I'm telling you. And I got the giveaway soon as well. I'm going to get that sorted out this week. One of you lot have won a football shirt, so I'm going to send that to you lot, and we do ship worldwide.
I'm seeing Rants is going to be playing freestyle football.
Bruv, there's no such thing as freestyle football. Trust me. You know how many times, yeah, I've changed my starting 11, yeah, in my head, probably in the last 24 hours, just because of the players I've got, bro. I'm spoiled when it comes for quality, innit? It's not like I ain't got no Dan Jameses in my team, my guy.
All I'm saying, Ranieri was also called the Tinkerman as well. And look at him. Other than the Premier League, he did nothing in his career.
Hey, man's not tinkering nothing, bro. It just depends on like what I want to do, innit? It depends on just what I want to do, bro. Hey, listen, I've got the maddest headache. When you man see my players, you'll understand why I've got such a headache, bro. Got such a headache, man. Luckily, it's roll on, roll off, bro, because there's man on the bench that should be starting, but the game is the game, bro. Man's got depth, fam. You know, like that. Man's got real depth. So it's fine. There's no freestyle football, bro. It's Freemason football. Triangles all over the pitch, blood. I told man already. This is what we're doing. You man are flipping funny, blood. Man said we're trying to lose and blame Ollie. I don't need to blame Ollie, fam. So good. We're going to win the league, guys. I don't care. We're going to win the league. I swear down. And then you're going to catch man with my feet up, yeah, with a straw hat and a cigar, fam. Easy does it.
All I'm saying, clip this right now. Clip it.
We're winning the league, guys. We're winning the league. I don't care. We're winning it. I don't care. Trust me, my guys are cold. My guys are cold. We're going to win this league still. That man said Penchester Orange in that.
All right, that's funny.
Oh, hey, listen, yeah, love to see it, man. But nah, honestly, we got some good ballers. You lot are going to enjoy watching man play still. Do you know what I'm saying? How much you going to pay the refs? Man don't need to pay the refs, bro. You know, like that. We go straight KOs here, bruv. No submissions, bruv. This is what we do. Man said, do I bring an iPad like Ollie? You man are taking a piss. No iPads, rude boy. No iPads. Man, just going with my big coat and that. You know what I'm saying? Man said this is like the press conference. Listen, the game's tomorrow, innit? I'm announcing my team sheet at 5 p.m. as well. In the group chat. You get me? So it's one of them ones. 5 p.m. Certain men are gonna find out if they're in the squad or not, guys. This is how we do it, man.
All I'm saying, if that team lineup gets leaked or something, hey, the players are onto you straight away.
No lineup leaking. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? I got some late fitness tests for a few man. You get me? This is what we're doing, bruv. This is what we're doing. But no, we're winning, Star. We're winning the league still. I'm not having it. I'm not having it any other way. My boys are ready. My boys are ready.
All I'm saying, if Rants doesn't win the league, Rants out, StatmanBains in.
Nah, bro, it's all right, bruv. You can be my number 2 if you want to be, blood. You know what I'm saying?
I'm too good for the number 2 job.
Nah, it's all right, bro. That's what Arteta said. You know them ones, but you got to do it somewhere. You know them ones there, bro. Arteta's now he's doing his thing at Arsenal, fam. So
could do Oli straight into the first team.
Yeah, but look, and how did that work for Oli? Come on.
Fine, look at Zidane. Actually, now he had a Real.
He had a Real Madrid. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
We'll see Pirlo right now.
Yeah, well, we will see what Pirlo does, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? We'll see what Pirlo does. But now I haven't got my Wenger coat, but I ordered it today still. I told them, man, like Nike, I want a big long coat in it. So they told me to ring them on Monday to sort that out. I need the long coat, fam. You get me? So yeah, man, it's wavy.
Someone said I'm better than Mike Phelan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's real talk there. No, I'm saying some of these men are so dumb, fam. Like literally, certain men don't even understand how shit Dan James is, blood. Man think that Dan James is good, you know. He's a dead baller, fam. He's so whack.
Hamza A. StatmanBains needs to be number 1. Thank you very much.
Yeah. This is what I love to see. Maybe he does. You know what I'm saying? Just not in my team. You know there was there in his own team. You know like
he create my own team. Face Rants.
Get your team together and play my team and get absolutely Dr. Peppered, fam. I'm telling you. This is what it's gonna be, bro. My guys are too different. You know them ones. They're too different. They're too different, man. So it's one of them ones. Man said our dressing room divide, bro. Bruv, I think we already said, yeah. Nah, there's no chipping balls in bins in training for me, bruv. We don't do them things over here, bruv. You know, like that. But the dressing room divide, I just think, fam, I think it's very, very clear that it's very, very clear that there's obviously like there's problems in it. When you see leaks coming out of the dressing room, that never happens when the team are playing well.
I think we saw that when Jose Mourinho was like end of his time. We always saw the lineups getting leaked and stuff. So maybe this could be the end for Oli, like near to the end.
I think it is. I think it really is. I think it is the end for him. Honestly, when I look at the comments, bro, the comments were damning. You know what I mean? When man was saying, "Oh, it looks like," they were saying, "Oh, we're not saying that he's the worst," but players are starting to doubt whether he's a top manager. When you start seeing these things, that shows a clear lack of respect. You know, man. When players are doubting your credentials, they don't respect you, innit? They obviously don't respect what they're seeing from you in training. They don't respect what you're saying. And it's only a matter of time before that starts to show on the pitch. I would argue that he's already lost the dressing room when you start hearing things like that.
I think it was last season when there was leaks coming out where it's like, all Oli does in training is make them run around or something. There's not a lot of ball work. So it's kind of like the old school methods kind of thing from Oli. And you know, if that is true, the players are definitely not happy because we got some very good footballers in this side, like Pogba, Bruno, Fred, Mason, Martial.
That's fucking bro. My biggest issue with this right now is like you've got like a senior player, even though Bruno's new, he's a senior player in it, like because of his age and his experience and the fact that he was a previous captain somewhere else. I mean, you look at all these things. When he's only been here for 5 minutes and he's losing his head, it's usually a sign of what's going on in the dressing room, because usually the new players are kind of on this "I'm happy to be here" tip, and I just want to make the fans proud and this, that, and the other, and for the badge. And he's already lost it, bruv.
But at the same time, like what I've said about every single manager, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer hasn't been back. You saw, I think it was Mark Ogden from ESPN come out and say Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't get any of his targets. He didn't get Jadon Sancho. He didn't get Jack Grealish. He didn't get Nathan Ake or the Leipzig centre-back. So clearly, even if Ole does get sacked and he's not good enough, he always has that excuse. The same excuse Jose Mourinho had, the same excuse Louis van Gaal had, the same excuse David Moyes had. And there's only one person, well, not one person, but like the higher-ups have to take blame now.
You, man, slap the like button. 1.1k watching. Well, we need to get up to 500 likes. Mods, get on them. I know what you're saying in terms of he's saying he didn't get his number one targets. But for me, yeah, it's like I genuinely feel like you earn the right, yeah, to get backed with these with this board. Because I think that what this board have made clear is that when new managers come in, they do back them in the first window. And then if they feel like these men are not getting the best out of what they have, then excuses start to come in. It's just like when Mourinho was trying to sell Martial and Pogba, and Wood block the Martial selling Martial, which was a good idea at the time. So then when people are saying, oh yeah, all they need to do is shut up and just buy the managers what they want. But if that's the case, we would have lost fucking Pogba and Martial. Do you see what I mean? So you have to draw the line somewhere.
But I still think I think even when Jose Mourinho won 3 trophies in his first season. I know the Carabao Cup, Community Shield, and the Europa League. That second summer, he got Lukaku, and that was only because Zlatan got injured. Who else did he sign? I think he signed Lindelof that summer, and I think it might.
And one other player.
Yeah, it wasn't good enough. And then he got second.
And he got Fred in January.
No, Fred was in the summer, the next summer, when he signed Fred, Dalot, and Lee Grant.
Okay, yes.
So even when Jose Mourinho got second with that side in the second season, that next summer, Fred, Dalot, Lee Grant, that's not good enough.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not great. That's what I mean. So there's clearly problems with the recruitment, and that's why we need, we definitely need the DOF.
And with that Fred thing as well, I don't even think that was a Mourinho signing. Like Mourinho don't like these small players.
He doesn't.
This was, I think, with Fred, it was kind of like Man City were interested in him at that time. And it's kind of like, oh, let's just get one over them. Like we done with Harry Maguire. Like we done with Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah, absolutely. What's that? Ahmed. Yeah, I got nicknames for my ballers, bro. You don't know. I got nicknames. I got nicknames for all my players. For all my players. Like I have nicknames for most of these United players. You know the ones. But the ones that man names after specific footballers and that, it's because they play like them. You know them ones. That's it. And I got one brother, Mbappe, yeah. He just looks like Mbappe, bro. That's why we call him that. He literally looks like him, like his twin, but he's a bit more hench than that, but he looks exactly like him. When you see him, you lot will laugh, bro. Literally. So we got that name because he just looks like Mbappe, bro. But like, man, I got Hazard, man, I got Messi, and like them man we just call them that because they play like them, innit? They don't look like them. My guy Messi's Somalian, bro. But he's just mad. He's like one of them five-a-side tricky fuckers, isn't it, bro? You can't get the ball off him. So
all I'm saying, Rants said plays like them. Yeah, watch. Once Rants gets his hand on these players for a bit longer, like Oli, these players are gonna go down.
No way, bro. When I get my hands on these players, bro, they're going to the big leagues, bro. We're gonna win this thing, bro. I'm telling you, we're gonna win this thing, and we're gonna look good as well, bro. The kit's wavy. When you see my boys out there, you can't miss them. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's gonna be. It's gonna be the Dutch masterclass. That's what it's gonna be.
When Oli first came in, he said all this stuff as well. Look what happened.
Bruv, Oli ain't me, you know them ones. Oli's still playing Pogba in the 6, innit? So you just don't get it, bruv. You man are gonna see a masterclass tomorrow. You're gonna see the dog in midfield mopping it up. Do you know what I'm saying? Big Al probably back on the score sheet. Do you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be an absolute madness. So don't worry, innit, you guys. You're gonna see the champagne football, the champagne lane, bruv. You know what I mean? Not 3-point lane. So now it's gonna be fine. And yeah, I'm buzzing Luke Shaw's out the team, hopefully. Knowing Oli, yeah, bruv, you probably won't even drop Luke Shaw. You'll find a way to play him somehow.
I still do think Luke Shaw will play. I think
Oli will go to a 5 at the back or something.
Yeah, I think he will. I think after the Newcastle game, when the fixtures get tough like PSG, the back 5 will be coming up because we played the back 4 against Tottenham, got hammered. Our defense was opened so easily. So you do expect Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to change something.
I think that also his confidence is super low after getting pammed. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think that we could see Solskjaer go to a 5 at the back just to save face, bro. Especially these hard games we've got coming up. with the likes of PSG, Leipzig, all of this. But I wouldn't be surprised to see United go to a 5 at the back in all of those games.
I think even against Newcastle, you never know with Oli. Like Newcastle, as much as like on paper they're actually decent size. Say Maximin, Andy Carroll, Callum Wilson, they will cause a trouble.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, big up you, man. 1.2 here. Watching. Make sure you slap the like. We should be over 500 likes. Mods, let me know how many likes we're on. Obviously, link in description for the merchandise. We got training kits, bobble hats, everything. You name it, we got it. And Cams, I spoke to Cams before I came on here, to be honest. So like he'll be on the show with me tomorrow. So don't worry. I know loads of people have been asking him where he's been and that. He's been doing his own thing, innit? Obviously, Cams is on here. Like we do some stuff together, but ultimately, like he's just building up his YouTube. He's just started doing his own thing, innit? So obviously I brought him on here so he's got a bigger platform, but also he's working on trying to build his own thing, innit? So you lot make sure you go over and support that as well. But yeah, he'll be back on the channel tomorrow.
That could be called a Rants Out show.
I did not the Rants Out show, blood. After one game, you man are funny. You know, like that. Come on, bruv. I built this team in my image, so I'm by default I've got the whole season. You know what I'm saying? It's what it is. You can't get me out after one game, bruv. These are my players. You know what I'm saying? I back myself, blood.
The players run clubs these days. You never know. You could be sacked after tomorrow.
The players love me. I'm telling you, they know, bruv. Because without me, they wouldn't be in the team. It is what it is. Man just dash them out. Is what it is, bro. That's the thing. Listen, boy, like I am the owner, I'm the chairman, I'm the chief executive, I'm the manager, I'm everything. You know what I'm saying? That's what I am. So yeah, that man can't vote me out, blood.
Well, I'm saying the banners will be coming out soon if you lose.
They can come out. I'm the dictator, fam.
It's gonna be whatever, like Claude said, it's time to go for Rants.
Nah, it's never time to go, bro. I'm telling you, I'm going all the way to the top, rude boy. Just no, fam. So it's all good, man. My man said, you think you're getting Poch? I think Pochettino's, it's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time.
Yeah, I do think Poch is probably going to be the guy to replace Oli. I'm still like a Nagelsmann fan. I still think Nagelsmann will be a better manager than Poch. That's just my opinion.
What, long term? Yeah, but Nagelsmann's so young, you would think that unless he hits a ceiling and stops improving, he's going to be there or thereabouts. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I do think Nagelsmann, in terms of actually being a coach, I still think he's better than Poch. Because you look at this Leipzig team, yeah, all these players can play 2 to 3 different positions. This guy has been playing back threes, back fives, back fours. He changes everything up so much. So I do think this Nagelsmann guy is the real deal. He's going to go right to the top.
I hope so. You know what I mean? I hope so. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, though. You know what I mean? Like, it's too early. That's what, bruv. Remember, everyone remembers Villas Boas, blood. You know the ones in football, yeah? Certain man can just look like the world is their oyster, and then it just doesn't happen sometimes. You know them ones, whether it's them being at a club where they've got complete backing of the board, they've got complete freedom to do what they want, go to another club, it doesn't work out, bro. Like, man, I've seen it somewhere. Like, even when you look at what Nuno's doing at Wolves at the moment, he's got complete autonomy, yeah, of like who comes in, this, that, how he wants. If he goes to another club, he might not have that freedom, bro, and he might not have the same results as an alternative. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes when you're at a certain club, everything just works beautifully for you, and it's what you do when you go somewhere else. If you're going to be allowed that freedom, if you're going to be able to make certain decisions there that you couldn't make in other places, etc., etc. But there's no doubt that on a fundamental level, in terms of just coaching, he's a very, very good coach, bruv.
And the thing I would say about Nagelsmann, like, he done it at Hoffenheim. He had strikers like that Uth guy or something. Can't remember his name. His output increased massively. Last season with Timo Werner's output increased by, I think, his expected goals and assists went up by like 0.18 in one season.
Yeah.
So the job that Nagelsmann is doing at Leipzig is incredible. So that's why, like, you have to keep a close eye on him.
He's a proper manager. He's a proper manager.
Once Zidane does leave, I know Real are going to be all over Nagelsmann, because I think before the Leipzig move, he apparently had an offer from Real, but he chose it. He like turned it down because he didn't think he was ready for it.
Ooh, you see what I'm saying? And that's proper.
And that just shows how good, like, as a man turning down Real, like, this guy knows where he's going to develop and stuff.
Yeah, but well, of course, but also it shows that he's not in a rush here, and he knows that he's so good that he'll get that opportunity again. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what it is. When you have trust in your ability, you can do those things. Super chat, Poch's favorite, but I would also look at Ranić.
I think he was linked with the AC Milan job in the summer. I think that got like turned down straight or something. But I think with him, it's kind of like, from what I've heard, he's kind of like a dictator kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think the way modern day is being played, with how much players have control, I don't think he's a modern day coach or a modern day manager. That's just my opinion from the little I've heard of him.
Spot on. And I think that it's one of them ones where you have to look at it where it's the modern game, bruv. Like, that's what you have to look at now. And that's why I think that certain managers, their time is running out in this era, innit? Their time is running out in this era. And I think that the era of the young kind of coaches that, I wouldn't say they're friends with the players, but management is more important now than ever because players have more power than they used to. It was all right being a dictator, my way or the highway kind of manager in days where players didn't have a lot of say, players weren't making a lot of money. Do you know what I'm saying? But now players as commodities are worth way more to the club than managers. Like, you can't get away with treating players the way players used to be treated in like the olden era.
And I think we're touching on like the time changing. This is why another thing I don't really rate the Cavani signing, because we're seeing most modern day teams play with a fluid striker. I think Haaland's kind of like an exception, but even then he's quite fast. We're seeing most strikers like Mason Greenwood, Gabriel Jesus, Martial. They can all play out wide.
Yeah.
The modern day teams want a fluid front three kind of thing. And I just don't think Cavani really suits that, because he's not really going to get the ball, take on like 7 people, is he?
Cavani is literally a throwback, almost target man, if you like. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's not a modern day footballer. Do you know what I mean? He's not a modern day footballer, but he's still from the era before, innit? So he's not the guy. He wants to play within the width of the 18-yard box. That's what he wants to do. And again, that also tells me that Oli doesn't even have a style of play, because if he did, you wouldn't sign Cavani. You wouldn't, because Martial doesn't play like that. And that's not the kind of striker that we're supposed to have wanted. He was talking about the fluid front three and bringing back the old Man United counter-attacking football. These were Oli's words, you know.
And you see United at times, Martial popping up on the left, Rashford up front, Greenwood interchanging. They all interchange. Cavani's not going to interchange with anyone.
It's true. So again, if Oli's saying that you wanted to bring back that football, why do you sign a player of that ilk? Doesn't make sense. Even the Ogalo signing, he's not a player like that. He's a player that plays directly down the middle. So it shows you that actually he doesn't believe in anything. Like, a manager without a philosophy, bruv, I just think every manager's got to have one, bruv. Even if you're fucking Roy Hodgson, bro. Do you know what I mean? Every manager has a way of playing, or a way that they believe they should play. And when you look at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it's just almost like he's grateful to be there.
But at the same time, I will say this. Like, if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is saying all this stuff, surely Ole's not stupid enough to go and sign Cavani. So maybe this is a Ed Woodward signing or something.
Yeah, or maybe it's a Poch signing. Like, man just wants the target, man. Because if it's not, then what's the point?
So you don't think Poch will play with Martial up front?
I think that he could, but do you know what I mean? If you look, he's played with a Harry Kane and a Llorente up there. So maybe he just likes like a man within the width of the box.
Potentially. You could see everyone's dream Harry Kane coming to United. We know how much the pundits want that.
Oh yeah, we know how much United want that as well. They would definitely pay the money.
Yeah, like, he's literally a United type player. Like,
yeah,
England's not golden boy, but like England's main guy. He will sell shirts, goals. That's Harry Kane for you.
It's true. I mean, it's true. Like, he's proper English. Like, do you know what I mean? So it could work, but why would you leave Tottenham right now? You know what I mean? Gareth Bale's there now. Do you know what I mean? I just think that the chance to get Harry Kane would have been before Bale came. I just think that even though Bale was probably not going to do that much at Tottenham, he's brought he's brought like a fresh bit of optimism to the club now. You got Tottenham fans actually talking positively again about the football club. And it's been a while since you've heard that, innit? Because post Champions League final, they've been on a downward spiral, bruv. Do you know what I mean? And now they seem to be optimistic again. You're seeing everyone doing the fucking, like everyone posting pictures of Bale with the fucking heart thing and all that. And it's pissing me off, bruv. So
like that. Your brother's doing that as well.
You see what I mean? And this is it. So like, it's just a bit annoying, bruv. I'm not gonna lie. So I think that Tottenham fans are happy to be in a situation where their club's not a laughing stock anymore. So I think that if you were gonna get Harry Kane, it would have been in that time in between where there was a lot of indecision. And I just don't think that, unless you're gonna say, you know what, Martial's playing from the left for us permanently, I don't think there's any need to bring in a starting striker, because actually when you look at Martial's numbers and the fact that he's not on penalties, they're good enough.
Yeah, 17 goals last season, 0 from the spot in the league.
Exactly. And if you look at his XG, do you know what I'm saying? He's a lot of the time he's overperforming.
And that's what you do expect from like big strikers. And going back to Cavani's not doing that.
He's underperforming massively.
And even then, I think it was his 15-16 season where I think he got 35 goals in the league. He still missed 38 big chances. So even a prime Cavani still misses sitters. That's
it. And we know that. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, guys. But overall, I think Tellers it's a no-brainer. I think that's definitely a hit. Do you know what I mean? Cavani's definitely a hit and miss. Like, we don't know, innit? I think that Cavani definitely adds experience and quality that we don't have to the team for sure, because he's better than Ighalo. I don't think anyone can question that. But how he's going to be used is yet to be seen. You know what I mean? He could, knowing Ollie, yeah, and out of sheer desperation, I feel like Ollie's going to play him a lot more than we think. I think he's a new signing. I don't think Ollie's just going to be using him, yeah? Remember, Ollie, yeah, never had a squad like this ever in his career to choose from. Do you know what I mean? So he's got these embarrassment of riches, and he's looking at it and he's probably thinking, yo, I've got Cavani, I have to play him.
The only reason I don't think he will play as much is because he had Ighalo. Ighalo should have started.
Yeah, but Ighalo's not, his name ain't like that. Cavani's name is Cavani.
Yeah, but
do you know what I'm saying?
Like, you can't just be picking players by names.
But I think Ollie will do that. Ollie's starstruck by Bruno, for God's sake, when Bruno came in. Do you know what I mean? I think he'd be starstruck by Cavani as well. He'd be like, oh my God, I've got Edison Cavani here.
So what do you think? Cavani closer to Falcao or Zlatan in terms of a signing impact?
Saying Zlatan scored loads, but he missed loads as well. I would love to see Zlatan's XG that season. Yeah, it must have been a mad thing.
Because the season that we signed Zlatan, the season before at PSG, he got 38 goals and 13 assists. And that's a joke. And Cavani's coming on a season where he got 4 goals and 4 goals and that's it, I think. Or 1 assist or something.
So it's definitely more a Radamel situation than a Zlatan situation. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be very interesting to see what Tarzan does, blood. You get me? Man, like Tarzan, fam.
Oh, Matador or something.
Yeah, bro, it'll be interesting. You man slap the like 1.3K in here. Do you know what I mean? What's that? Yeah, make sure you follow StatmanBains. You already know the thing. Do you know what I'm saying? You man, let us know in the comment section where you're watching from. And Cavani and Tellers, hit or miss? Hit or miss? What are you saying? What's that? Cavani is single-minded. I think he could cause trouble in the squad when pens come.
Yeah, he's done that with Neymar before.
To see he grabs the ball on the penalty. Bruno's the penalty taker, though. I don't think Cavani would ever try.
He tried it with Neymar, though.
For real?
Yeah, he's done it before with Neymar. I think his first season when Neymar joined.
Oh, bruv. What kind of bullshit is that, man? You know what I mean? But he can't do it with Bruno. You can't.
This guy's missed a penalty for 4 years, 17 penalties or something in a row.
Yeah, Bruno's different, innit? Bruno's different. That's what I'm saying. 1.3K watching. How many? You man, if we ain't hit 500 already, I want to know where the pagans are, bruv. You man are pagans if you're just watching and not liking the thing, bro. It's free to like the thing. You know what I mean? We're 1.4K. We should be on the 700. Should be on 700 likes. Hey, mods, get onto them. We say New York City's in the building. Hit or miss? Let us know. Cavani and Tellers. I think that Tellers is almost nailed on because his competition is Homer Simpson, bro.
And another thing you said, I think, like the board preparing for Pochettino. If the board were preparing for Pochettino, you don't say Dalot.
Yeah,
Dalot is a Pochettino type player, in my opinion.
But Dalot, there's no option to buy.
Yeah, he's alone.
That's the only thing that makes me think, like it can still work. Tellers is good, but not for our system. He can't defend, and he'll keep being exposed. People will turn on him.
I think that's one of the question marks around Tellers. I think Tellers, was he giving away like 1.8 fouls per game? So he can be rash at times. So we'll see how he settles in.
For sure. Tellers will be a hit. Cavani will be a big miss. Man's in Basel. Saudi. What are we saying, guys? Hit or miss? If we still ain't hit 500, you man are slacking on a mad thing. They will both flop, says Hamza.
All right, don't be that negative.
Yeah, that's it. Someone said Cavani's better than Martial. Oh, this guy's still at it, bruv. He's been trolling all show, to be fair. Essex, Seattle. I just turned 8 a.m. Let us know. Cavani hit or miss. Tell us hit or miss. And let us know where we're watching from. Staying up here late. Where is it? My man said staying up here late in the Philippines for this wavy show. I big up Joseph. Come on, bro. India. 1 second. Let me jump back in. My camera's blurry. 1 second, bro.
All right, come. Everyone, I'm here. So let me read the comments. Someone said, we definitely need to bring through the likes of Mengi, Laird, Hannibal. But as usual, Ollie don't have the balls to drop Maguire. To do Bayern, Axel. But I do think, as much as we want to see the youth, some of these players are not ready. Tender Mengi, still a young lad, 18. He still needs to develop a bit more instead of everyone asking for him to be chucked back in. Hannibal, I think he's still like 17 or something. And if you watch Hannibal play, he sometimes gives the ball away a bit too much. So I think we do have to be a bit more patient with the youth.
Tellers will smoke sure out the picture, for sure. Cavani's going to upset the man them. Everyone seems to think that Cavani... Now, I think Cavani and Bruno, that kind of... I think that them man are kind of bullies, innit? I think that would be good for the dressing room, though. Do you know what I mean? Because I think that United, since Zlatan's left, United have missed like a big personality that's going to stick it on other teams' players as well as our own players. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't want to fuck with anyone on our team if Cavani's playing because he's a madman. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you need to have players like that.
Yeah, we don't have those big egos, really. Like, you don't see Harry Maguire getting someone by the scruff of the neck or something, like telling him to fix up or something. Like Bruno's kind of doing that. Pogba, he doesn't really do that. So it's kind of like, it will help.
This is it, man. St. Tellers was saying. Yeah, that's what you read that out already, didn't you?
Yeah.
Nepal, Jamaica, come on, my guy. Cavani's a disaster waiting to happen. Love from Sri Lanka, Serbia, Tanzania. You, man, slap the like button. I big up Manny as well. You lot slap the like button. As usual, bottom right, you see it there. Shirts are there. The shirts are ready. You, man, can grab those. You're going to see a Rants masterclass tomorrow, bro. Don't watch that. Look out for the highlights. Every week we got highlights from the games as well. If you're in London, you want to come down and watch the games. I'll be putting the address on my Instagram story. Man was saying Cavani's a miss. Watching from Cambridge, Cavani wanted the penalty kick to score 150 goal for PSG, and even the PS fans were brilliant Neymar for not letting Cavani take the penalty. Yeah, if you're the penalty taker, you don't let him take it. Straight.
Like you saw that with, what was it, Azpilicueta the other day, taking the ball of Tammy and giving it to Jorginho.
Yeah, even though you take him on already. And you love to see that, though. Do you know what I mean? You absolutely love it.
And that's what a captain is for on the pitch, not hiding like Harry Maguire.
There you go. Both big hits, my man's saying. Tellers and Cavani could both flop. You know what it is? With South American players, I'm scared, innit? Them man there, bruv, they're super temperamental. Sometimes if they feel like it, yeah. If they don't feel like it, it's a madness, isn't it? So I don't really know, but I think that they could both do. I think that Tellers more I think that he'll be easier for Telles to settle because he'll see a lot more of the ball in it. I think that Cavani's not going to see a lot of the ball, and also because he's not an effective finisher, I just think that if he doesn't get a goal soon, his confidence could be low and it could just be a bit of a shit show.
One thing I will say about South America, though, they normally work hard, pressing. And we've seen that with Cavani. Cavani works very hard. Like, people call him a box-to-box striker kind of thing. So these South Americans will never, in terms of effort, will never let
Yeah, like Tevez, like the Suarez, these man run their socks off. It's only really Aguero that's not on that, bruv. Aguero's like, fuck this pressing thing, bro.
And you saw Pep Guardiola when he first came in.
Yeah.
He didn't really want Aguero for that.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Big up. They're saying Cavani adds top experience. Don't look at his stats. He was out the team despite being the hardest working attacker. I think he's hard working. Oli will like him, bruv. He's a passion merchant, innit?
I think I read somewhere where it's like Cavani was kind of taken out of the team because he also didn't fit the system.
Yeah.
He don't have a system, so Cavani could struggle. And that's the same thing I said about Donny van der Beek on the numbers video as well. Donny was going to always struggle at United because we don't have a system.
Yeah. There you go. And that's why I think that Pochettino would be perfect for him because he could be Poch's Christian Eriksen, bro.
Coming from the right,
yeah. He can be that. He can be his Eriksen coming from the right. Do you know what I mean? So I think that that's where he's going to play.
And we've seen, like, Donny van der Beek's heat map. He kind of, that inside right channel, he kind of likes it as well.
Yeah. I think that's what he's going to do. And then we get to see Pogba, Bruno, and Donny. And if we see all three of them playing, in a cohesive system, I think some teams are going to get cooked, man. I really do think that. You know what I mean? We just need to get the right manager in ASAP. Watching from Dundee, get one of those tops, same colour as my team, Dundee United. Oh, big up everyone in Scotland as well, bruv. It's chapping in London, so I can only imagine you lot are freezing your nuts off, man. So big up. Love from India. Come on, Rants and Statman. So yeah, the general consensus is that everyone's more optimistic about Telles than Cavani. Yeah, I mean, and
how it should be.
Yeah. No, I'm saying we got some sensible people on this channel, but we knew that anyway. So it is what it is.
And I think some people are saying that Telles wasn't a priority signing, that Luke Shaw is good enough. I think one of the things I say about Luke Shaw, whether you like him or not, he can't stay fit for 30 games a season.
Yeah.
So you have to buy a left back kind of thing.
Yeah, 100%. And this brother's saying the man them are too soft. Cavani will bad them up like Bruno. I agree. And I think he's needed. I think that his personality would definitely be a plus because the team's too soft, innit? The team's too soft. There's too many people, in this Man United team that when shit goes sideways, their asses fall out. Do you know what I mean? And you saw that in the 6-1. As soon as Tottenham equalised, you saw United capitulate. You know what I mean? You saw it. And then Oli just sitting there. He didn't even fucking stand up, bro.
And that's when you need leaders on the pitch to affect the game. Just to tell someone, fix up kind of thing.
Absolutely. So it's just one of them ones where we'll have to see and can't be happy with Cavani when Haaland was doable. Haaland was very doable, but again, you can't get players that don't want to play for your football club.
I think, Haaland was in Manchester. He's played under Oli before and he said no. I think that just says, especially when you're playing at Molde. Oli, Norwegian, this is your idol kind of thing. And he's saying no.
He said no, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's not like, bruv, he called his dad directly, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, his dad played for Leeds and that, so his dad would have talked up the Premier League and all these things. Ultimately, United weren't attractive enough for Haaland. You know what I mean? And it's because it was Oli. And
we saw that again with Jude Bellingham as well. He was at the training ground and he said no, and he went to Dortmund. All right, we've taken so many L's to Dortmund.
A hella L's. You know what I mean? I mean? We've taken L's from the geezer's dad was pretty much a Yorkshireman at this point. Do you know what I mean? And then fucking Jude Bellingham is English. And even we had to take an L on him as well. So clearly United are just not attractive anymore. Ollie's not attractive. He's not attractive, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's what it comes down to. There's certain players that wouldn't be at certain clubs if it wasn't for certain managers. I think we know that Gareth Bale probably doesn't end up getting back to Tottenham if Mourinho's not there. Mourinho would have definitely made sure that he pushed to get that signing over the line. It's a Mourinho signing, bro. He covered like paper over the cracks and then someone to change things at the other end and that. It's a madness, bro. Højbjerg is a Mourinho signing, proper scumbag, bro. Do you know what I mean? When you look at these guys, like Doherty again, it's a Mourinho signing, bro. Just does what it says on the tin. Do you know what I mean? That's what Mourinho does.
And that's one of the another things I'll say. Everyone wanted Sancho 100 million. Okay, you don't have to spend 100 million pounds to get a good player.
You don't.
Højbjerg 15 million. Gareth Bale on loan. Reguilon was like 20 million or something. Spurs spent very, very well in the transfer window. For me,
That's what I'm saying.
I think they've had the best transfer window out of any club.
Yeah, it's up there. It's up there. Do you know what I'm saying? And when you look at it, yeah, like man's at 100 million, bro. Like there's players in the league, yeah, that are decent. Do you know what I mean? If you want to, and then when you're saying, oh yeah, United are talking to Dembele and this, that, and instead, bro, you've got even players like fucking Saint Maximum and that, blood. Like these guys there are quality. They already play in the Premier League. They're not going to cost that much. Do you know what I'm saying? Like even Adama Traore and these kind of players. But man are looking at Dembele, who's injury prone, because again, it's a sexy name. But really, there's players in the Premier League that they could have brought in that could have done a job. Like Ben Rama's knocking around, yeah, for fucking peanuts, yeah? Why not just take a chance on him? He's better than Dan James. You know what I mean? You spent, what, 25 million on Dan James? Ben Rama's not going to cost 25 million.
Buendia, for me, he's done it in the Premier League. Third in creative numbers behind Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne. Can play on the right. He's a no-brainer. Max Aarons, 20 mil. Backup right back to Wan-Bissaka. Compete with Wan-Bissaka. He's better than Foster Mensah as a backup.
Yeah.
There's still deals to be done.
Yeah. This is it. This man saying Haaland's a Leeds fan. He's waiting for it. That's a load of bollocks, bruv. Yeah, Ollie's a fucking Liverpool fan. So what, do you reckon he's fucking us up on purpose?
Like we see players supporting other teams. I think was Jamie Carragher an Everton fan or something?
Yeah, he was an Everton fan.
John
O'Shea was a Liverpool fan. Bruv, these men are fucking dumb, bro, if they think, yeah, that like that matters. Jadon Sancho is a Chelsea fan. He wanted to come to Manchester United. Do you think it mattered?
Ryan Giggs had trials at Man City before he joined, and he got rejected before he joined United.
Bruv, listen, yeah, that's dumb. All of this thing is nonsense, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's bare of them. Like, my boy Bolasie is an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? He's been an Arsenal fan. You know what I mean? Man plays for Everton. So what? Like, do you know what I mean? Now, none of these things matter, bro. Like, it don't matter who you support. But there you go. Now, what does it mean? It don't mean nothing, bro. You go to, it's a job, innit? Like, man, you go to where man are going to pay you money, and that man are, and where you think is best for your career. It's got nothing to do with who you support, bro. Nothing at all to do with who you support. If players only played for the teams that they supported, then, bruv, the teams would be looking hella different. If Chelsea fans only signed Chelsea fans. Imagine that. And Arsenal only signed Arsenal fans. And so on and so forth. It's nonsense, bro.
It's just not how football works.
That's not how football works at all. Do you know what I mean? So to say that, yo, he didn't come to United because of flipping Leeds, whatever, man. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's saying, Haaland said he wants to win the Premier with Leeds. Yeah, maybe in Football Manager.
No, saying that, they're probably closer to winning a league than United right now.
They are, but come on, bruv. Do you know what I mean? If man really think that Leeds United are ever seeing Haaland in their life, you're smoking the hardest drugs, bro. It's never going to happen. As much as they might play good football and stuff like that, the infrastructure at Leeds means they're never going to be one of the biggest clubs in the world. And Haaland is at the top of football. Like, Leeds will never be attractive to him.
Haaland's going to the top. Like, his goal scoring record at this age is a joke.
Absolutely. That geezer's going to Bayern Munich or Real Madrid. That's where he's going next. Do you know what I mean? So
he will put up literally Ronaldo numbers, like Cristiano Ronaldo numbers. If he's doing, look at his goal scoring record right now. Facts.
Do you know what I mean? So man don't care about that. The facts are he didn't come to Man United because it wasn't attractive enough for him, because Oli, clearly what he told him didn't touch what Dortmund were telling man, because he would have got more money at Man United. He would have started, and it still wasn't enough. It had nothing to do with Leeds. And we know he wouldn't have come and looked at Carrington. Why are you going to come and look around if you got no intention of signing?
And we know with the entire package that United paid Cavani, he would have had the agents, his dad would have had some money as well. So it's literally a footballing decision.
This is it. So
you think Raiola wants his client to go to Dortmund instead of United?
This is it, bro. No, I mean, this is it. So I think people need to let go of all the sentiment when it comes to football. Footballers go either where they can win places or where they can make the most money in it. It doesn't matter what team they support, bro. It's a job at the end of the day to a lot of these guys. 1.4K here. Slap the like. Big up for everyone that's interacted with the show. Do you know what I mean? It was a good one.
I think someone said Haaland's a Norwegian Igalo.
Yeah, I saw that, bruv. I had to ignore that, bruv, because I know that's the state trolling. Do you know what I'm saying?
The thing is, I do think some aspects of Haaland are a bit overrated, but come on, respect on his name.
I think a lot of his aspects are overrated. I think, yeah, if you take Haaland's pace and explosiveness away from him, there's nothing special about him, but you can't take his pace away from him until he gets a serious injury and that, because he's quite clumsy looking. His balance is a bit weird because he's so tall. Do you know what I mean? His touch is hit and miss every now and then, but the geezer's movement and his finishing is brilliant. Like the way he guides the ball into the net, like no matter how it comes to him, he just finds a way of putting in the goal in it, and you can't teach that, bruv. Do you know what I mean? So it's one of them ones where with him, he's like, I think people overrate a lot of aspects of his game. It doesn't look nice, but in terms of being effective, bro, he's one of the most effective centre forwards in the game. I think effective is the best way to describe Haaland, bro, because it's not always nice on the eye.
And another thing about Haaland, if you look at his interviews and stuff, they're building the Haaland brand in terms of how like abrupt and stuff he is. Like United would have been all over this signing.
Yeah, that's it. That's what he's saying. Haaland's a finisher. He's got great movement. Absolutely, he has. Compared him to Ruud, he's not like Ruud van Nistelrooy. Ruud van Nistelrooy's touch and everything was very underrated. Like Ruud van Nistelrooy's link-up play, back to goal, holding the ball, his strength and all of that. So underrated. People thought that Ruud van Nistelrooy was just a goal poacher, but actually his dribbling, his close control, everything was really, really good. Do you know what I'm saying? And you've seen that by some of the goals that he scored. But Haaland, for me, he's a different animal. He's just so explosive, bruv. That's just what it is. His explosiveness is crazy, bro. When he opens up them legs, you can't give him pacing behind. You're crazy.
And we saw, I think it was in the Champions League, that run that he had, one of the fastest speed recorded.
What are you talking about for Salzburg, or are you talking about for Dortmund? Because he scored one goal for Salzburg, yeah, when he ran from mad deep and he was just wetted.
It was a corner or something, and he literally
off. Do you know what I'm saying? Off. You man, slap the lights before we leave, man. Big up for the interaction. It's been a mad thing. 1.4K in here. Make sure you follow Statman. Get me up to at least 700. Like, man should be on 1,000 likes, guys. There's 1.4 you lot in here, and you lot have been here pretty much the whole way through. Do you know what I mean? Big up all of you, man. You already know.
Someone just said Serbia's coming to Euros to smash England. Listen, anyone's smashing England right now with Gareth Southgate as manager.
Facts. It's true. It's very true.
Like did you see that Jack Grealish?
Bruv, get him out of here. Get him out of here. We was talking about Mason Mount. He's done it again, brother. I hate Southgate, blood. I hate him. And I know a lot of you lot are going to say, oh, yeah, but you were backing him. Yes, I was backing Southgate. Because you know what it is, yeah? I'm a level-headed guy, yeah? And I've seen England change managers loads of times. I looked at Southgate and what he was trying to do with the younger players and stuff. And I said, you know what? Southgate is the first English manager that I've seen giving young players a chance, trying to play nice football, all of these other things. I said, give him a chance. I was like, give him a couple tournaments, yeah, before we judge him, innit?
I think one of the things about Southgate is his man management. Like, that squad is kind of United kind of thing. For the first time, we saw with the golden generation, players have come out and said the United players will sit on one side, the Liverpool players will sit on another. That's one thing that Southgate has changed, but still, it's not good enough. Like, Jack Grealish, like, man of the match performance, and you're talking about Mason Mount.
Bro, Jack Grealish, yeah, is England's best player for me, outside of Harry Kane, bro. Like, that's how highly I rate Grealish. I think Grealish is better than Sterling. I think he's better than Rashford. I mean, in terms of just all-round footballer, I think he's better than all of them. Like, that's how highly I rate him, bro. I think that this guy is a top-level footballer. And I think the disrespect that this guy gets from Southgate shows you Southgate's mentality in terms of what he classes as good football, bro. He's one of them managers. It's all about industrial players. Do you know what I mean? Like Mason Mount running around like a blue-ass flyer. Mason Mount can't lace Jack Grealish's boots, bro. Do you know what I mean? And to think that he's trying to rub out Jack Grealish is a joke. That's the kind of player you need to be building your team around here to get him on the ball, bro. Like, what, second most chances created in the Premier League last season playing for Aston Villa?
I think
you need to build your midfield around him.
From last season, he created the third most chances in open play in the top 5 leagues behind Kevin De Bruyne and Thomas Muller. This is the guy that's been doing it with Wesley and Samatta up front. Trezeguet, all these people. And the thing is that he comes deep to get the ball a lot of the time because he knows Aston Villa, when most of the season John McGinn was out, they don't really have these ball progressors either in the midfield to get him the ball.
Bruv, Grealish is top notch, mate. Top notch, and Poch loves him as well. That's another player we should have got in because Poch wanted him at Tottenham. And it's just like, bruv, man, have to get Jack Grealish, bro. He's another one. He's a United player. Him and Harry Kane, bro. The United players. Ferguson would have absolutely driven to his house to sign him. You know that's the kind of player. Players that can create something out of nothing. Star quality. Those are the kind of Man United players that Ferguson liked, like your Wayne Rooney's and that. Like, he would have loved Jack Grealish. So the disrespect to that Grealish is getting from Southgate shows you exactly what he is. Exactly what he is, bro. Like, he's an average manager. He was a below average footballer, and he needs to go. It's that simple, because England will never come close to winning anything with him because he's not brave enough. He's not positive enough. And England have a lot of good attacking players now, bro. Like, in terms of attacking fluidity, flair, and stuff like that, bro. There's some good attacking players England have, and Southgate's not going to get the best out of them. This idiot's still playing free at the back.
But even then, it's kind of like, you're in international football for a reason. You're pathetic. Let's be honest. What manager really wants to manage international teams, like in the prime kind of thing? It's kind of like, this might be the best that England can actually get right now.
No, but even Eddie Howe, blood, has to be better than him.
Yeah, he definitely is.
You know what I'm saying? You get Eddie Howe in, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And you're good. No, I'm saying, my man saying Grealish is never better than Sterling. That's your opinion. That's fine, bro. I think he's a better footballer than Raheem Sterling. I think Sterling's a good player in a good system, but I think in terms of receiving the ball, beating players, knowing when to release the ball, all of these things, Grealish is better than him. Like, in my opinion, bro. Like, when you look at the assists that Grealish got in the game and that playing the ball through people's legs and all that, Sterling's not giving you that, bro. He's not drawing fouls, all these other things that Grealish does very well. I think he was the most fouled player in the league or something like that.
I think the one thing I say about Grealish and Maddison is kind of like, if you put Maddison in that Leicester Villa team, he won't do what Grealish is doing. Same thing with Sterling. You put Sterling in that Villa team, he's not doing more than Jack Grealish.
Yep. That's what I said. Put them man in there, Villa get relegated.
Exactly. Like, the amount of arrogance this guy plays with, low socks, receives the ball in the halfway line, takes 10 players on. This guy's a joke.
But that's it. That's why I keep telling people, when man are saying these men are better than Grealish, cool. Put these men in Grealish's team, the team gets weaker. You put Grealish in their team and the team gets stronger. I think that's all you need to know. You know what I mean? That's how you got to judge it. That's how you got to judge it.
And you probably say Jack Grealish starts for any team in the Premier League right now.
Yeah. Comfy. He starts
like
for any team.
The way De Bruyne is being talked up right now, I think Jack Grealish has to be in that conversation. This is how highly I rate Jack Grealish. The thing is here, second in creative stats behind Kevin De Bruyne. He's a better dribbler than Kevin De Bruyne. There's a lot of aspects of Jack Grealish's game that are better than Kevin De Bruyne. That's it, man. Again,
systems, and people are getting the best out of that. You have to, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why when you were getting the nonsense where man was saying, oh yeah, fucking Henderson's better than Pogba and that, bro. If you put Pogba in that Liverpool midfield and you put Henderson in the Man United midfield, one team gets stronger, one team gets weaker, innit? That's just what it is. When you're comparing players, if you can't even swap them, then what are we talking about? There's none of these English players that could have been in that Aston Villa team. None of them that could have been in that Aston Villa team and done more than Jack Grealish. Replace him with any of them other midfielders, they're getting relegated.
Gabby Obama is probably loving this right now.
Gabby's my guy anyway. He knows.
He said Grealish should bet he said Grealish should bet in Prime Iniesta.
He never said that though. He said that he reminds him of Prime Iniesta, and everyone was going mad. But I see what he means about reminds him, because the way he picks up the ball on the half turn in pockets and goes past people. Do you know what I mean? But he never said he was better. Do you know what I mean? It's just like when man was seeing a young Wolf Zaha, and we were like, yeah, that's giving man Cristiano vibes and that. Man weren't saying that he was Cristiano Ronaldo, but the chops and the step overs, like, you get me? That's just what it is. And the way Jack Grealish plays with the low socks and the arrogance and the way he slides past players, but he's mad slippery, bro.
I think I did that comparison as well. Gabby Obama was loving it. Like Jack Grealish's numbers were better than Iniesta, to be fair. Like he can run that
agenda. Yes. Oi, you see what I mean? Like Jack, you know, with the Iniesta numbers, you love to see it, bro. Fucking hell, bro. I might have to retweet that for the propaganda, piss some people off, man. I'm telling you. In my opinion, Grealish is the best player in the league. Bro, he's up there. He's top 5 in the league for me right now. For me right now, Jack Grealish is fucking brilliant, bro.
I don't think I can name you better players than Jack Grealish right now on form. I think against Liverpool, the guy had 5 goal contributions in one game. 2 goals, 3 assists. How many players do that against Liverpool? I know it was 7 goals, a couple of deflections and stuff, but still, insane stuff.
Yeah, Grealish is different. Different. Love the kid.
Someone said what Grealish did to Van Dijk. That's a very good point as well. He absolutely destroyed Van Dijk.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. I rate him so highly, bro. You know the ones. He's a player I like, bro, because you see the thing with Grealish is, not only is he very, very good on the ball, but also when you kick him, you just get on with it. You know the ones. You know there's certain players that love getting the ball until you kick them a few times and then they hide and they don't want it. Like this geezer plays with low socks. He's got gelled hair. You don't know what the fuck to expect, He's fucking strong. He's resilient. He's skillful. He's intelligent. Do you know what I mean? And he's composed. He can think, bruv. There's nothing this guy cannot do. If man don't rate Jack Grealish, I have to question what they know about football, bro, because he's got everything.
I think he wins like 4.6 fouls per game. And another thing that people say about Jack Grealish, that he holds the ball for too long. What do you expect him to do when he's playing with these pathetic players? And another thing about Jack Grealish, Aston Villa are pathetic other than Jack Grealish. This guy has like 3 players on him every single game, the Zaha treatment kind of thing. And he's still destroying them. Yeah.
Facts.
Like De Bruyne don't have 3 players on him every game.
He doesn't. De Bruyne, I remember you put the stats anyway and you showed the areas De Bruyne picks up the ball. And most of the time he receives the ball on that right side, unopposed, bro, with space to get the ball out of his feet. When we've seen De Bruyne play more centrally where he's been pressed than that, he gives the ball away a lot. You
saw it against, I think it was Lyon in the Champions League. Those are the games that you can't expect De Bruyne to step up. And he didn't. And I think one thing that you will say about Jack Grealish, he never hides. He wants the ball every single time. He will take plays on.
Facts.
He will win fouls. Like, he will literally do everything in his power to win the game. I think De Bruyne at times, I'm not running this agenda that Jack Grealish is better than De Bruyne because I don't want to get clipped and whatever memed and stuff. But listen, there's some aspects of his game that are better than De Bruyne.
Yeah. Bruv, I couldn't disagree, innit? Like, I'm a big Grealish fan. People know that. I've been a big Grealish fan for a lot, bruv. So I'm here for all Grealish propaganda, fam. Because he's that good, innit? And I just think that it just doesn't suit the agenda, innit? I think if he was a foreign player, people would be going, they'd be eulogizing over him.
And another thing that people say, English players are overhyped. I think this guy is an anomaly.
He's underhyped and everyone else around him is overhyped. And I think that's because of his personality. I think he's got a bit of arrogance about him that people don't like. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of the time they want to underappreciate Grealish, because if you look at like the Rashfords, the Sterlings, all of these guys are getting all of their flowers. And I think that the fact that Jack Grealish isn't getting his flowers and he's playing at the worst team, it also shows a bias towards bigger teams that the media clearly have. Do you know what I mean? Where they've got a clear bias towards a Manchester United player or a Man City player or a Liverpool player, because Jack Grealish is playing for Aston Villa.
Someone just said that statement could get you killed.
Which one?
About Jack Grealish being better than De Bruyne. I'll take that risk.
No. I'm here for all that, bro. I think Jack Grealish is heavily underrated because of who he plays for.
But the one thing I will say about Jack Grealish, he made the mistake signing that new contract.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? You saw Zaha. Zaha did the exact same thing about Palace, and now he wants to leave Palace and he can't. He's literally been priced out of a move.
Unless there's a release clause though in thing. You know what I mean? Like Jack could have like a clause in there that says if Manchester United come in for me or a team in the top 4 come in for me, I'm allowed to speak to them. He might have that clause in there, innit? We don't know that. I assume that because he's a Villa fan, I assume that he will have something in there like that. I still think he will move on, but the bias is clearly there, innit? For these players that play for other teams. And someone said something about Mount. Mount's another one that's heavily overrated because he plays for Chelsea, bro. He's ahead of Jack Grealish in the England squad. How?
I think he's overrated by managers, but I think every single fan can see he's not good enough. Well, not good enough, but not at Jack Grealish level.
No,
so it's kind
he
of
is.
weird.
But managers overrate him because again, he's one of them players where he's an energetic, typical English player. He can play in multiple positions. And he gives them what they want in it, just the energy and the enthusiasm, but he doesn't have the quality. And that's just what it is. And he's ahead of him. He's in the he's definitely on the team sheet before Jack Grealish, bro. And that's again because he plays for Chelsea. If Mason Mount was playing for Aston Villa, no one would be fucking talking about him.
And I think it's kind of like Frank Lampard he had that last season when he was like he's bringing up the youth. Mason Mount was one of the players that he worked with at Derby, so it's kind of like he's kind of like stuck with him, kind of thing.
But he also likes him, to be fair. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like his illegitimate son and that. So it is what it is. He's definitely a passionista, bruv. Them passion merchants, bruv. So,
but we'll see when like Chelsea get all their players back. He cannot be starting. For me, Ziyech, Werner, Pulisic, Havertz, Kovacic, they all have to play before it.
Yeah,
like, that should be like the main front five or something for Chelsea.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. But guys, big up. Make sure you slap the like button before you dip, man. Get us up to 1,000 likes. I think there's like 700 plus mods. How many stats we got? Big up, Statman. As usual, like different gravy. Do you know what I mean? Different gravy, bruv. Top analysis. Make sure you follow him at StatmanBains on Twitter and Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And yo, it's been a flipping quality show. Big up all of you lot for your interactions. We're back tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock. For United
the Rants
podcast.
Show.
The Ollie Out show after I win my game tomorrow. You know them ones there. You man trying to put pressure on me. Trust me, the boys are ready. Do you know what I mean? I announced my team sheet in 30 minutes. Do you know what I mean? I'm just waiting for one of my players to let me know about his fitness and that before I announce the final squad.
See this? The players are already pulling out. They don't want to play for Rants.
You're crazy. You know what it is? He's in the squad, but you know what it is? Because my squad's so big, I told him, yeah, if you're not 100%, I'm not taking you. Do you know what I mean? Because I'd rather bring everyone that's 100%. It's not about who's better than who because all my players are good in it. But I need, especially for the first game of the season, I need fit players. I don't want someone coming 80% to play, yeah, and I've got someone 100% sitting at home. I'd rather you sit out this week and you're in the squad for next week and I bring 1,600% players because all my players are good enough to be in the squad. So I just told them, man, don't be selfish because you always get players saying, yeah, I'm fit. Then they're coming and you can smell the fucking deep heat before the game and that. Like, I'm not really on that. I need fit players, you know?
We'll see how it goes.
That's it, bro. Get that man to 10K. You already know. Now, I mean, make sure you follow the Instagram and the Twitter, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And Rants cancel the Ollie Out show. I'll never leave United. Bruv, you ain't got a choice, fam. You know what I mean? Man are getting thrown out like Jazzy Jeff, blood. I'm Uncle Phil, blood. You're getting thrown out the front door, blood. I'm telling you. That's what's going on. So, big up you, man. You already know what it is. Statman will be back again soon. You already know. Know what I'm saying? So, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe as well. I think I'm like 350 away from 60K or something like that. From 50K, sorry. Yeah, I'm 338 away.
Oh, so, yeah, that comment right there from CFC George. Rants has the excuses ready, just vibes. Precious. Bruv,
I'm winning tomorrow, blood. Don't worry. You know what I mean? I'm winning. Don't worry. You know what I mean? When I do win, you man don't have to come in here and apologize to me because you man always love to chat shit, yeah. But then when I'm right, yeah, you man don't come with the apologies, bro. It's always one way with you, man. I'm not hearing it.
Right, Ollie won his first 11 games as well, though.
Relax. Yeah, bruv, if I win my first 11 games, I'm going to win the league, bruv, because there's only 8 teams. You know, like that. So I've got 16 games in it. So if I win the first 11, bro, it's a mad thing. You know, like that. So big up you, man. I already know what it is. Make sure you hit the like. If you want to grab your shirts, the link is in the description. Do you know what I mean? We don't just have the team shirts as well. I've got tracksuits. I've got training tops. I've got beanie hats, everything. So whatever your budget is, there's something there for you, bruv. But get the merch, bruv, because when we're winning, you man don't want to jump on a bandwagon because I'm about to do a madness in the league. Don't watch that. You man heard it. You heard it here first.
Clip it. That's all I'm saying.
Clip it, bro. You know what I'm saying? You man are here. I'm here for the banter. Do you know what I mean? It's always good vibes in here, man. You man have been top as usual, blood. But it's not just Vibes FC, blood. I told man, Freemason football, triangles, blood, champagne football. You heard it here first, blood, and then it's gonna be tequila football when I win the league, fam. I'm telling you, I'm about to win that league. So it's calm. Big up everyone. Done know. Statman will be back soon. And yeah, bruv, we'll catch you tomorrow evening, 9 o'clock. Yeah, right. Might as well be the Ollie Out show. We might as well keep it trending. Catch you, man, at 9 tomorrow.